What is going on, to you? Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. So today, the information that most of you will find helpful, I hope, especially my guys, my RT guys, my 392 guys, were the most likely candidates to step up to a 6.2. I was gonna say a car with the cat head on the badge, but there's so many up badges, so you can find them anywhere. You can literally get one today, right now, at this moment. So, for those of you guys looking for the 6.2 supercharged under the hood, this video is for you guys, man. We're going to be talking about payments, interest rate, insurance, all that jazz. We're going to talk about every cent, every dime, so you guys are not shocked or surprised about how I came up with my numbers and why you're not seeing the same numbers. So don't go off of what I got, but I'm just going to give you a guesstimate, or hopefully this gives you a better look at what you should be looking at as far as payments and all that other jazz goes. So let me pull up USAA, because that's who the loan is through. We're going to start right there. So the loan, I didn't go through the dealer. The dealer was Chelsea Motors in Michigan. I wasn't going to go through a dealer, and I don't advise you guys to do so either. I encourage you to shop around for quotes. Get a couple of quotes from a couple of people. You know, first it was a PenFed, I think is one of them. Your local credit unions, whoever you banking through, shop through those guys first for loans, man. I'm pretty sure they do car loans, so try to get the best rates you can. There's no reason to go to the dealer if you don't have to, because they're 9 times out of 10 they're going to be higher. It's very rare that they are lower, but if they are lower and you do go there, it doesn't hurt, man. Just tell them, hey, right now my bank has me at this amount per month. So here's what I have. Can you guys beat it? And you know, maybe they'll beat it, maybe they won't. That's what happened with my Scat Pack. I had a loan already, and I told them, hey, USAA has me up to this amount for, you know, 3 point whatever. I can't remember what it was. I think it was like 3.17 or something like that. And they beat it. I think it was like 3.4, something like that. And the Dodge dealer I bought the Scat from, they beat it. So my payments were only like $426 a month, but I put a huge down payment down, and that's going to play a factor into these numbers right here. So, still logging into USA. Excuse me, the internet is mad slow right now. First things first, go jump right into it. The payments are $634. Now, how did we get to $634? So the car was originally $49.95 according to the dealer website. Now, after trade-in and went down to $39. They gave me $29 for my Scat Pack with 32,000 miles. My friend Matthew, he got $28 for his, and his was a similar build, same color and everything, Scat Pack, all that jazz. He had just a few less options than I did, I'm pretty sure. And they might not gave him $28 for his. So once I heard that, he didn't care anymore at that point. He wanted to get what he could while he could, and I don't blame him. He got out while he could get something for his car, and that was probably the right move. I, on the other hand, tried to go the other route, and I tried to go with private selling. My wife posted the car about 2 months into my deployment, and we got maybe like 3 or 4 hits, and all those hits were people who either weren't really interested or they were a million miles away. I think one guy was in Cali and one guy was in Texas, and they sounded very interested, but that's about all they sounded like. That they sounded interested. That was it. Obviously I didn't sell it because, you know, that's how the trade-in factor here. Now my listing price was only $30K. So I figured that was fair enough deal, and that is rough trade-in value according to Nada, man. That means you got holes, you got scratches, and you know, stuff is messed up. That's rough trade-in. Was $30K. I was letting my car go with $30K, and you guys know that thing was not rough trade-in. You know it wasn't. But I was willing to take the L because of our location. I knew it was going to be hard to sell, and I was going to let it go for 30, man. That's what the price was. Or actually, no, I think it was like 33. I think I had it listed at 33. Oh, well, but 30 is the lowest that I was willing to take, and obviously, I didn't sell it. So now we're here. Calling up a bunch of dealers and all that jazz, and I found Chelsea, and I found this car, 2015, $49.95, 6,000 miles, just a tick over 6,000 miles, and I couldn't let that pass. Sure, I lost a couple of options like the sunroof, and I don't have the Harman Kardon because, you know, I had the Beats and the sunroof and all. I had everything in the Scat Pack, but obviously you can't get the lane keep, and you can't get the adaptive cruise control in the Hellcat, so I wasn't too worried about those. However, I was kind of stuck on the sunroof. I really wanted that, and I was like, about the Harman Kardon, and I didn't really care for it. 9 times out of 10, the radio is off or down anyway, so I can hear the car or hear what's going on around me, so I don't really care. But the sunroof, it's just the L I have to take. My first Charger didn't have a sunroof, so oh well. It's just a minor inconvenience, but oh well. All right, so maybe there we go. All right, so you see right there's the loan amount, $39,487, and there's the percentage, and there's my monthly payments down there, $634.56. And the first one is going to be September 15th. So there you go. That's what you guys wanted to know. Now, how do we get to 39? So, like I said, they gave me 29 for my car, on top of the 49 that they had. That I had a crap ton of interest. I only owed like 18.1 or something like that on the car. So I had not a crap ton of interest. My bad. A crap ton of equity. So all of that stuff went to the new car. Now I always preach to everyone that's looking for a car, man, do not trade in, do not trade in, do not trade in. Because at the time, when I was in misery and I had my little Fusion, I traded it on my first Charger, and that's what led me to here. Traded it on my first Charger, and I always preached ever since then because I wasn't educated. So I'm trying to help you guys out the most, man. I know some of you guys already know this. You know how trade-ins work, but this is for the guys who don't. This is for people like me at the age of 19 who are trading in a Ford Fusion onto a Charger, and the payments come out to $516, and they're wondering like, whoa, where'd that come from? Those payments jump sky high. What happened? So this is for you guys, man, who don't understand. So how trade-ins work? You're going to trade in your car. They're going to pay off what you owe on it, and however much your car is worth, that's what goes towards your new vehicle. So my Scat Pack only owed 18, but it was worth 30 or 20, 29, whatever the dealer is willing to give you. They figured it was worth 29, so that's what they gave me for my car. So that extra, what was it, 8-9 grand? That extra money in equity is what we're gonna call it. You're right side up at that point. So that extra money goes towards your new loan. So the extra money bought this down from 49 to 39. It's that simple. And that's how trade-ins pretty much work. Now the other end of the spectrum is if you're if you're upside down. Damn, I can't remember if I said right side up. Anyway, if you're upside down, that means you're the complete opposite. So if I owed 29 and the car was only worth 18, then I would be upside down, and then I'm in a bad predicament. Then the car goes from 49 to, let's say, 69. That's how that would affect. That's how my payments go from $634 to like $934, something ridiculous. So if you're upside down, please don't trade in. Just keep what you got if you can, man. Keep it for a little while longer. Pay it down any way you can. Try to sell it and maybe you can get a little more for it. But if you're upside down, just hold off, please. And if you're right side up, man, you got that equity, try to sell. Try your best to private sell first, because you will get more. You will definitely get more from private sale than you will from a dealer. But a dealer would be a lot easier to go through. You don't have the hassle of, damn, I'm still waiting to sell my car. Like I was just waiting. Like I said, that car was posted 2 months into the deployment, and just nothing. No one wanted to buy it. But you hit up a dealer, they'll take it off your hands, no problem. They just want to sell a car. They want to get their cars off and get your cars in. It's that simple. It's all about money. So that's what happened. I just traded in, I took the L, and I let it go for less than rough trade-in. And the reason I agreed to go with 29, now you can always haggle. If you feel like your car is worth more and you want to take it for more, or you want to try to get more for your car, then go ahead. By all means, haggle for that price, man. Get what you can. But for me, I lost my haggle privilege, or my haggling power, I should say, whenever I asked them to hold the car, and they said it's $500 non-refundable. I was like, oh no, I can't do it. I'm sorry, that ain't me. And I was ready to let the car go. He's like, you can just keep it. I'll just wait till it gets there. If I get there and it's there, then I'll buy it. But I'm not paying $500. But then they said, well, what about $150? So I was like, all right, that's more like it. I will guarantee definitely come down there and get this vehicle if you guys can hold it for the week and make sure it's there for only $150. And it did, $150, and I didn't get the $1,000 extra to hold the car So my car wasn't 30,000. But they gave me the 29 instead, and I figured that was a fair enough deal. You know, could I have argued for more? Probably so. You know, but we were already on the road. The wife was ready to go. I had her with me. It's just more of a headache to just sit there and keep going through numbers when everything was already ready to go. The numbers were already good. I already had the loan approved. We were ready to go, sign and drive. So it just saves so much more time to just not sit there and haggle. But if you can, then do it. I encourage you to do so. Now, you already saw the monthly payments, you saw the loan, you saw the interest. Why is my interest so high? I took a major credit hit. It wasn't my fault. I will say that. Maybe the person watching this video may chime in down in the comments about whose fault it is, but it wasn't my fault. I will say that. I had a credit score of like mid sevens, 750, 760 ish, and it took a major credit hit, dived all the way to 680 something. But it recovered. It came up to 715 by the time I came back, and I was like, all right, well, we'll try to get a cat with that. We'll see what we can get. And 4.8, it's not the greatest. It's more than I would like, but hey, I can't complain too much. The payments are still pretty decent, about where I want them. Insurance. Now this is the next ticker. And pull that back up real quick. Whoa, error. New 6-month premium right there is $13.54 every 6 months. And if you do the math, that's about $220 something. It's about $220 something a month, and that's what our new payments are. So the payments were about $160, and they jumped up to $220. It's about $60 extra a month, I believe, if I'm mathing right. Hey man, don't quote me. I'm terrible. I told you I'm not the smartest guy. But they went from 160 to 220. So you guys do the math, you can figure it out. So all in all, 634 on top of the 220, we're looking at about 800 a month, a little over 800 a month for this new vehicle. And keep in mind that quote, that insurance that you just saw was for 3 vehicles. That's for my Malibu, this car, and my Fusion. So if you just have a Hellcat, then your insurance payment probably be way less than that. I don't know. And also try not to pay too much to my numbers for insurance, because we all know how crazy that varies from person to person, man. It goes off of it's literally everything: your driving history, your record, prior tickets, all that crap, where you stay, how often you drive your vehicle, what type of vehicle it is. It all of that stuff plays a factor, and 9 times out of 10, my case isn't going to apply to you. So try not to focus too much on that. But for those of you who want to know what I'm paying now, that's what I'm paying. But yeah, I should have hit all the boxes. That was it. This is for your 5'7" and 6'4" guys mainly. But hey, V6 guys, this might apply to you. Then sure, take some information from it if you want. I don't really. This is for whoever finds it helpful, man. So that's all I got for you guys, man. The video's running a little bit longer than I wanted to, but I wanted to make sure you guys were information overload. I wanted to make sure you guys had everything. Make sure I'm not hiding anything. There's no hidden numbers. You guys saw the numbers. You guys saw what the payments were down to the last cent. So I'm not hiding anything from you guys. So, it's your first time stopping by, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that bell icon after you hit the subscribe button so you get a notification when these videos go up. If you haven't already, swing over to the Instagram channel at Low376 Slow. Yes, sir. New Instagram name changed. For all of you who's still unaware, the Instagram name has changed. So if you see 376 Slow, it wasn't that much of a change. You probably didn't even notice. So you should still know who I am. I know it wasn't that much of a change. It really wasn't. Literally 2 numbers changed. So Low376 Slow down in the description. All right, for real this time. I'm out. Hope